A YouTube channel uploads a new video every few minutes. Same thing, every time. A red rectangle, a blue rectangle, a beep. It's done this for years. Nobody knew who was behind it. Picture stumbling onto a channel with tens of thousands of videos. Every single one, 11 seconds long. Two shapes moving across a blank screen, a strange electronic tone underneath. No title that makes sense, no description, no face behind it. You watch one, then another. Then you realize this channel has been doing this, non-stop, for months. And somehow, almost nobody noticed. This isn't fiction. The channel was real. It was called Webdriver Torso. It began on the 23rd of September, 2013, when a single 11-second video appeared, just a blue and red rectangle moving randomly, backed by strange sine wave tones. Then another video appeared. Then another. By the time anyone paid attention, nearly 625,000 videos had piled up on the channel. At first, almost no one saw it. A brief mention in Wired magazine in February 2014 barely made a ripple. Then, in late April 2014, someone made a comparison that changed everything. A blog post compared the channel to something out of the Cold War, a numbers station, the kind of cryptic radio broadcast once used to send coded messages to spies in the field. Suddenly, this wasn't just a strange corner of YouTube anymore. It was a code, a signal, a message, hiding in plain sight, disguised as noise. Online communities descended on the channel within days. They cataloged every video, timed every interval, measured every tone. Some believed it was espionage. Some believed it was artificial intelligence, testing how far it could go before anyone asked questions. Some believed it was something stranger, a message not meant for the public at all, one that had leaked out by accident. And the timing made it worse. The uploads had been escalating for months, starting roughly every half hour, then speeding up to every 2 minutes by the time anyone was watching. Whatever this was, it was accelerating. Then investigators found something that shouldn't have been there. Buried among tens of thousands of identical clips, 3 videos that broke the pattern completely. One showed the red rectangle's outline shift, for just a moment, into the unmistakable silhouette of a man dancing. Another was different from every other video on the channel. It wasn't rectangles at all. It was real footage, a city street, the Eiffel Tower, lit up at night. And at the very end, the camera was set down. For a few frames, before the video cut off, something else was visible in the background. A logo, a name, evidence that whoever filmed this hadn't been careful enough to hide who they were. This wasn't abstract test data anymore. Someone, somewhere, had walked outside, pointed a real camera at a real landmark, and uploaded it to a channel that was supposedly running on autopilot. That single detail sent researchers looking for wherever this channel had actually come from. That's when a computer scientist working with the BBC picked up the case. He spent weeks analyzing the data, trying to trace the channel back to its source. He compared visual details in the pulled videos to publicly available photos of a specific Google office and found matches. Not confirmation, not a statement from Google, just circumstantial evidence pointing at one of the largest tech companies on Earth. And Google said nothing. By late May 2014, the story had gone fully mainstream. Major outlets were covering it. Millions of people were watching a channel that, until weeks earlier, almost nobody knew existed. And Google still hadn't confirmed anything. Then, in June 2014, the silence broke. Google confirmed the channel was theirs. The explanation, when it finally came, was almost disappointing in how ordinary it was. Webdriver Torso wasn't a message. It wasn't a signal. It was an internal testing tool designed to check how well YouTube's own video compression held up after upload. The rectangles weren't code, they were calibration. The beeps weren't a cipher. They were reference tones used to measure audio quality. The whole channel had been running quietly in the background of YouTube's own infrastructure for months before a single person outside Google noticed it existed. Here's the part that still unsettles people, even now. An automated system had been uploading to public YouTube thousands of times, completely unnoticed, until a coincidence of timing and a couple of stray, human mistakes gave it away. If those 3 atypical videos hadn't slipped through, would anyone have ever traced it back? Or would the channel have just kept running, invisible, indefinitely? Even after the explanation, the channel kept uploading for years, eventually surpassing 600,000 videos before slowing down. The mystery had a real, boring, corporate answer. But that's rarely why people remember it. They remember the feeling of watching something that made no sense, at scale, for months, without explanation. They remember the theories, spies, AI, secret messages, filling the silence a company left behind. Not every mystery hides something sinister. Sometimes the strangest thing on the internet is just a machine, quietly doing its job, until enough people are watching to make silence itself feel like a secret.